Hey guys, got another review here with some new Racerstar motors. These are some upgraded versions from the red ones. These green ones come in two versions. This one here is a 2300 kV version. They're both 2205 motors, and I think they sent me two different versions of these green ones because, so you see here, this says RS PLUS 2205 2300 kV, and note there it says NMB bearing and M5 hollow shaft. That should be an S, not an A. And they sent these other ones, which is an RS2205 2700 kV with the NMB bearing and a M5 hollow shaft, right? But this one looks completely different. So here's the 2700 kV version, and you can see it doesn't say plus there. It just says, it doesn't say anything actually. It just says RS, and then here it says RS plus 2205 2300 kV. And another thing is, if you look on their website, so here is the, I'll just bring it up here. This is the 2300 kV version. It actually, what's supposed to look like that, but it looks like this. So it's either they sent me the wrong version, or this is the right version over here on there, and they just sent me the plus version instead. I searched for this on their site and couldn't find this, so I'm not 100% sure what's going on. As you can see here, these motors don't look the same at all, and you can see it has this little solder tab here, and it's got a hollow shaft. See, there's got a hollow shaft there, and instead of a C-clip, it's got this set screw in the bottom. And you know, if you look at this motor really carefully, this looks completely like the new the gold DYS special edition SE2205 PRO versions. Let me see if I can bring that up on here on the webpage. So yeah, this motor here, this plus version of the Racerstar, looks very eerily identical to the DYS. Look at that. That's pretty. And it's pretty close. Can't really see any differences. Let's look some other pictures here. So maybe these new plus versions are the newer version of the green ones, and the this one here, the 2700 kV with the wires attached and the different design, is the slightly older version, even though these are only these only been out for I don't know how long, not even a few days. These are pretty new, so it's very strange. So you can see here the 2300 kV. You got the let's put the fixture like that. I mean, they look the same, don't they? And let's look at the bottom here. Yeah, that's what it looks like from the bottom. Looks like they did a really good job of copying the DYS motor. It's even got the same screw holes here on the little winglets here that I've never seen before, and the same set screw. Even these little ridges here look to be copied as well. And another thing that's kind of strange is that on the, not this one, the 2700 kV version, it's saying it's got the same features with the hollow shaft, and which is, you know, pretty obvious what that is. And this is the 2300 kV version, but if you let's look at the 2700 kV version here, take off the prop nut. It's just got a traditional shaft here. It's not hollow, which is really weird. And then you got your normal C-clip underneath. So yeah, this is I'm not sure if they're in the middle of sending out some new versions going from the regular to the plus, or what. Gonna have to figure out what's going on. Now the this particular version, the 2700 kV, does look like what it says in the webpage. So let me bring up their webpage. And on the webpage, the 2700 kV versions do look like what was sent. So there's no differences there, and there's no mention of a hollow shaft in the specifications here. So they must have either sent this in the wrong box, or they are moving to a newer version of this that's going to look like the DYS for the Plus version. So not 100% sure, but we've got, it says the regular motor wires, no solder tabs, and it's a completely different design, no hollow shaft. But for this video, I'm not going to really look at this. I just want to show you the differences between these two green motors, because they're kind of new and not a lot of people have seen them. More interested in, for this video, this one, the 2300 kV version that looks like the DYS motor. So we'll take a closer look. So as I mentioned before, it just comes in this little plain small box here. You get the motor. You get a bag of screws. You get 4 of the M3 5mm and 4 of the M3 7mm. And it's probably for people with 3mm or 4mm frames. And then you get a set of motor wires to solder on if you don't want to, if your ESCs don't have any. Get some measurements here of the motor. So the bell is 27.7mm. The shaft should be 5mm, and it's 5mm. Let's see the overall height here from the prop hub to the center is about 19mm, and the height here from the bottom to the top, let's see here, from the bottom of the stator to the top is about, looks like roughly 8mm. So yeah, looking at this a little bit closer, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. So I got the camera zoomed in a little bit here. Hopefully it'll show a little bit a better image if I can get it to focus. One thing that I've noticed about these windings are, it looks like the windings are thicker type of copper compared to the red Racerstars. Let me bring one of those up here. So here is the BR2205. This is the 2600 kV. And if you look at these windings, they look thinner on this motor compared to the green version. See if I can get them side by side here. Okay, so yeah, here now you can see side by side. It's pretty obvious that the green Racerstar has windings that are much thicker than the ones on the Racerstar red version, and I'm thinking that's probably better, although I'm not a motor expert, so I don't really know the particular technical reasons why, but I'm thinking that's probably going to be better. And comparing this next to the Emax red bottom, the 2300 kV, let's take a look at the windings here. And the windings on the red bottoms are a little bit thinner than the ones on the green Racerstar, more similar to the red Racerstar. If you look at the magnets here on the Emax, they're very, they seem to be larger. Let's see here if I can get these. If you look at the magnets on the green Racerstar versus the Emax, they're definitely larger on the Emax. And the if you can see that all that clearly, but it does look like the spacing between the stator and the magnets. There we go, now you can see it there. See that there's a fair amount of space there between the magnets and the stator here on the green Racerstar. And see it right there. See some light coming through. And if you look at the spacing between the magnets and the stator and the Emax motor here, you can see that it's much closer and very little light is coming through, and the consistency of the spacing is also better on the Emax motor here. It's very, 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 very close and doesn't move around at all. Get some weight measurements here. Yeah, Racerstar motor comes in at 29.1 grams, and that's without the prop nut. The Emax comes at 29.96, and also you should be aware that the Emax comes with a lock nut type of prop nut, which is, in my opinion, better. The Racerstar just comes with these bullet style prop nuts where you have to stick a screwdriver in here to lock them down, and I have lost a number of these in the past. I wish they would have used a nylon lock nut with this, because the DYS motor does come with a nylon lock nut, which is, I think, a better idea. However, you know, you can find those for pretty cheap, so it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, here's just a quick look at this motor. I'm going to do some prop and thrust testing on this motor and a lot of other motors. In fact, I'm going to have another video where I'm going to list all the motors and props and stuff that I've got. I have a thrust stand now, and I will be requesting subscriber requests from you guys on what you guys want to see in terms of motor and prop testing. So look for that video coming pretty soon. Anyway, this was an interesting review on this motor here. I'm surprised that, I guess they're coming out with these clones of everything, and this Plus version is definitely a really good copy of the DYS motor. We'll have to see how it performs in like some real world tests. So stay tuned for some more videos in this one. Anyway, guys, hope you like this one, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.